It's me, boo. And this time I'm back with one of my favorites. I've got some bigger decants coming, and I'm very excited about that. This is Byredo, and it's Pulp. Oh my gosh. It's yummy. This one, it when you first spray it, it kind of gives me this blast of citrus, almost like a lemon, lime, orange kind of a thing going on there. And then that dries down, and this, some people have called it like rotting fruit smell comes forward. But I don't think it's rotting fruit that I'm smelling, but it is a preponderance of fruit. It is a cornucopia of fruit that you smell. I don't pick out one distinct thing after the dry down. I just smell a lot of fruit and some woods. And this is not your daughter's fruity kind of a fragrance. This is all that is woman and man. I mean, totally unisex. This thing could be worn by either, even though fruit is a big part of it. It doesn't matter. The woods add so much to it, and the fruit isn't that that strawberry or cherry kind of a fruit that a lot of the young fragrances might have in it. This reminds me of in our front yard we have a choke cherry and a crabapple tree, and these choke cherries and crab apples will fall all over the ground because we don't do anything with them. And there's a reason we don't do anything with them. And winter will come and go. And come the thaw, come the springtime, late spring usually, I think is when it happens, early summer, that fruit starts fermenting. And there's a smell to it just before it goes from way overripe. And I don't mean rotting, because rotting denotes a foul smell. This isn't foul. This is a sweet, slightly tart, slightly tangy kind of a smell with almost a little booziness in the background. And that's when I know it's going to happen soon. In my front yard, I have a whole National Geographic thing that happens every year in my front yard. But there'll be just layers of crab apples and choke cherries on our front yard. We don't have a big front yard, and it'll just cover it. And then, like I said, they do end up fermenting. And then, oh my God, it is an aviary orgy that happens in my front yard. It is a drunken party. Birds of all kinds, finches and robins and starlings and swallows will all come to my front yard and they eat this fruit and they get screwed up out of their brains, their little bird brains. We don't take our air conditioner out of our front window. We usually have it in, is what I'm saying, by this time. And we're glad, because they used to hit the glass, and that didn't do them any good. I think even one or so birds might have died during that. Most of them were okay, because they were too drunk to hurt themselves. So, but with the air conditioner there, for some reason that has deterred them from hitting our kitchen window. You'll go out there, there will be 500 birds, 3 bodies deep. The bodies on the bottom layers are passed out. They're done. They're done. They're sleeping it off, but their little metabolisms are so high that they awake, within an hour, and then they start partying all over again. So it just rotates. The bottom layer will pass out and be too drunk for a while, and then they'll come to the top and they'll wake up, and the other 2 layers go down of birds. It is a noisy, funky, wild, weird, chaotic mess when I walk out there and see that. It is really bizarre. So that's what this reminds me of. That's what this pulp reminds me of, is when I go out and I can smell that fruit, and it's just before it goes to the boozy side, And that's what pulp reminds me of. But then once it dries down, it's like you've walked into an old fruit storage that's been built in a cedar shack. So the fruit is almost fermenting. It's been on the ground of this shack for a long time and it's just on the verge of fermenting. It's all squished together and you can't tell what an apple looks like over a lemon, over a lime, that kind of thing. And it's just about to turn boozy, but it's surrounded by a cedar shack. That's what this reminds me of. Oh my gosh, I think it's totally unisex. I think you could wear this year round. I'm going to be wearing it this summer, the spring. I'm wearing it now. Love it. Totally love it. Did I tell you anything about it or am I just babbling on? No, I didn't. So the top notes, it was launched in '08. Top notes are bergamot, cardamom, and black currant. Middle notes are fig, red apple, and tiar flower. Base notes are cedar, praline, and peach blossom. I don't get a lot of fig, but I think there is a little something something there in the background. Oh my gosh, this is so nice. And it is a beast in its projection and sillage and a beast in its longevity, even on my skin. It actually seems to be like the Hill de Solianis. It actually lasts even better and projects even better with the warmth and oils on my skin than it does when I put it on my clothes. It is amazing. I totally recommend this for male or female. If you're under the age of 25, probably won't appeal to you anyway. But any grown man or woman, I think, would really, that likes fruity notes and likes some woody notes in there too, would really appreciate this. It is quickly becoming one of my favorites. I almost get a little, not just cedar in there, it's almost like I get a little pine needle or something in there too, but the notes don't really show that I should, but it does. It's like that shack, that cedar shack full of the fermenting fruit is in the middle of a pine forest, I guess. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, I've got all that stinkiness out of my nose now from doing the sack of septic scents video. Oh, that Cuba. Oh, there I go again. Anyway, I love pulp. I love it, and I'm going to explore some more of Byredo's. I did try one other one of Byredo, and I didn't care for it, but pulp, oh my gosh, it's full bottle worthy, and I'll probably be rocking a full bottle of it this summer. So, anyway, I hope you all have a good day. This is Boo, and I'm out. Peace.